Hey guys, Matt with the Mad Catter. Okay, I haven't done a sit-down video in a while, so I am going to do one today. I apologize if it seems I'm having issues today with breathing, but it's one of those difficult breathing days for me, so just kind of bear with me a little bit. All right, so I've got two pieces of news. Well, probably more than that, but I'll start with two. The big one is Tom. Tom was adopted by one of our subscribers. They came all the way out here from another state, and they took Tom home to be part of their family. So we are ecstatic about that. It was the best thing that could have happened to Tom. We are so, so happy about that. We are also extremely excited to be able to finally meet one of our subscribers, that, you know, somebody that we've been commenting back and forth with for a couple years on YouTube. An absolutely amazing experience. It was a great day. This person just made our day. So Tom has forever home, and he is with a wonderful human being, and we just couldn't be happier. Okay. That was the other day. Now we're in a new situation. So this morning, I usually get up around 4 o'clock in the morning. And one of the first things I do is I go out to Mad Catterville. I shut off the trail cams. I get the memory cards. I usually throw them on my laptop desk, which is right here, right next to me. This is kind of where I sit and put together all my videos before I upload them. So I usually go get the memory cards. I grab the tray that has all the wet food on it for the night. The wet food's always gone, so I usually grab the tray, throw it in the sink, get to it and wash it. Whenever I get to washing it, I do it after I gather up all the food bowls from our cats. So I was out there doing my morning stuff, grabbing the memory cards and grabbing the big food tray, and I heard a meow. And it wasn't one of the 4 ferals that we just, took out of acclimation. It was a familiar meow. Familiar. I don't know why I couldn't say that. It was a familiar meow. And we have a cat that lives in our master bedroom with us. Her name is 13. I used to call her Little One. And she has a very soft but very high-pitched little meow and kind of chirping noises that she makes. It's unmistakable. You won't confuse her with any of our other cats. Like, she's one of a kind. So I'm out there at Mad Catterville, and I'm getting the SD card out of the camera, and I hear this meow, and I was like, what the hell? That's 13. And the first thing that went through my mind is, when we had some cool weather after summer where we could open the windows up and do that kind of stuff, we'd always crack her window, to let her get fresh air and hear the birds. And she's got a cat tree right there. Sorry. And so I'm thinking maybe, Jackie had opened the window a little for her or something, and maybe she got out. And so I go around the corner from Mad Catterville, because that's where our bedroom window is, in that little alley. And I'm looking for her, and I look at the window, and both windows are closed. And I was like, what the hell? I said, that was 13. I know that was 13. And obviously she wasn't there, so I was like, all right. So I walked around the corner, went back to Mad Catterville to grab the tray. And I looked up because I heard the meow again. And on the wall is one of 13's last kittens, her last litter before we took her in and got her fixed. Was 3 kittens, and one of them was a Siamese. The other 2 kittens, I was told by the people whose house she came from, she kind of hung out around a certain house, that they had some people adopt the other 2 kittens, but they couldn't find this little male Siamese a home. And so he's kind of just been out on the streets to fend for himself, but he was sitting right there on the wall at Mad Catterville. So I kind of watched him for a minute. My phone was inside, so I couldn't film, and he was kind of hanging out. So I made a little dash inside, grabbed my phone. I started videoing him. I posted a couple of those videos. I got a few more that I'll post. But he starts walking around. He jumps down from the wall into Mad Catterville, jumps onto the ground, starts walking around and exploring, and of course Diamond and Yuki were there, and they were greeting him, and they were kind of walking around the yard, and I thought, man, I don't even have to trap this cat. I bet if I go get a squeeze up treat and I put it on a little, we have these little dishes that we use so they don't have to put their face into a bowl, for squeeze ups. And, I bet you I can just grab him and put him in the catio. Because I've picked him up before. I picked him up on the street behind us at night when I was giving him some crunchies and I was patting him. But I was planning on going to trap him, and I'm like, I bet you I could just grab him and put him in the catio. So I came inside, grabbed a little, tray and a little squeeze up, and I went out there, and sure enough, he started eating it. I started loving on him, and I just picked him up, took him over, put him in the catio. So we have 13's kitten. We named him Sammy, little Sammy the Siamese. So we have him now. Now, the first thing that we need to do is get him neutered. So I've already messaged our friend who does that for us. And whenever we hear back from her, she'll come by and grab him, and he'll get neutered. But then we're going to have to probably do a full workup on him. We're going to get him snap tested, and we're going to get some blood work done on him, make sure he's healthy, because we want him to go to rescue. We want him to get a home. We do not want to release him. That's one of the big things. We don't like putting friendly cats back up. They just don't belong on the street. They weren't born out there. Most of the time the friendly ones weren't born out there. And it's a horrible life. So anytime we can spare one and get one into rescue, we're going to do that. So we've got Sammy. He's in the catio. He's doing well. He's still a little scared. He's hiding behind one of the cat houses in the catio. But I do go in with him. I do love on him. He climbs all up, and he sounds just like his mother. Like he acts like his mother. Everything is identical. If I was blind and I was loving on him, I would think it was 13. That is how similar they are. He does the same things with his head, the same head movements. He does the same rubbing and then give you a little nip. 13 does that too. So he inherited all those traits and his meow and the little squeaks and chirps from his mom. They sound identical. It is absolutely crazy. So I know there's people out there that are probably going to say, why don't you just keep him and put him in there with 13? We'd love to do that, but here's the reality. We can't afford anymore. We just can't. We've got what we've got, and we've got to deal with that. So as much as I'd want to keep him, and I know Jackie fell in love with him, and she actually went out there and got in the catio with me, and we were loving on him. He's amazing. So we can't. We just can't. And you also have to take into consideration that 13 does not like being around other cats. She is terrified of other cats. And even though it is her kitten, I guarantee you, if I walk in that room with little Sammy, it's not going to be a happy mother-son reunion. It's probably going to be a lot of hissing, and she's not going to be happy about it. So she gave birth. She carried him. She gave birth. She nursed him. She weaned him, and she's done with that business. So we don't want to do that to her either. But I wish we could keep him. He's absolutely beautiful. And if you haven't seen him, go to my shorts. You can see I posted a couple shorts with him in it. And one where he was on the wall of Mad Catterville and on the Feral Cat Highway. And the other one when he was in the catio. So that's going to be our little project for the next month or so. We're going to, we may do a fundraiser in a couple weeks. To try to get him in to Dr. Wagner and get all his tests done. But we're not sure right now, so I'm not even going to bring that up. But we got him. I just wanted to let everybody know that we got him. He will be taken care of. Depending on how fast I can get him into rescue or get him a home will depend on when I go back to trapping, because now that catio is taken again. So, with with Tom's adoption, we had the catio open. We were going to use it to start doing TNR again and bringing a couple cats every week. But right now, we've got to get this guy home, and we've got to make sure that he gets the best life that he can have. So, and it's just way too cold to trap cats and leave them out overnight in the traps. It's starting to get really cold. So we do have heat pads in these catios, just so everybody knows. Even the open one with the ferals that are coming in and out, we have heat pads in there. We have heat pads in the other catio. So, but it's just too cold. It's too cold to be covering with a towel or a blanket. And it's going to get even colder out here. So, I mean, I know it's not like Michigan cold or Canada cold, but it gets cold here. And, all that has to happen is a little bit of respiratory and really cold weather, and you can kill a cat. So, it's not worth the risk right now. But we will get back to it eventually. But I just wanted to share that with everybody, that we got little Sammy. And, I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be great. It was great for Tom. It's going to be great for him. I do have some news on Griswold. Griswold went to the vet on Monday. I've got a photo of him at the vet. I'm going to put that on YouTube here in a bit. But Griswold checked out. He's doing good. Kim's having a real hard time parting with him. But she says she can't keep him, but, I think we'll all work together to find him a home. But I know that feeling, he is an absolute love bug, and he's doing really good. He can see, and that is thanks to you guys. So you guys saved Griswold. You saved his life. So thank you. But I wanted to give you that update on Griswold too, because makes me really happy. I just, We'll figure out where he's going to go sooner or later. I'm sure between us and Kim. He's with Kim right now, so he's been with Kim the whole time since the surgery. So, we'll see. Who knows? She may end up with, another cat, but we'll see. All right, so other than that, I posted a video the other night where I filmed all the cats here eating at Mad Catterville with a light on. I just want to mention that one of our subscribers sent us a weatherproof 4-foot LED light that the cord runs all the way from Mad Catterville to our patio, so I can plug it in. I can have my tripod and my camcorder set up and take the food out there, set it down, and then go jump on the camcorder. I've got my chair there, my tripod lowered down, the camcorder, and I can film. And I think it'll end up, producing some pretty good video for the channel. So that'll be kind of cool. I did it the other night, and we did have Rocky, the little ginger cat from the street behind us. He came. Of course, Frankie came. Frankie's like here every night, all the time. Betty came in. All the ferals here, the 4 ferals, they were all coming in. We have Delinda, Yuki, Diamond, and little Tibbs. They were all in the video shots running around. It's kind of hard when they run away from Mad Catterville, even though the light's on over there, to pan that camcorder around and follow them around our yard, because our yard is really dark. So that camcorder is not really good in low light conditions. So I didn't get a lot of that footage. I kind of just kept it to the Mad Catterville, kind of the scene of Mad Catterville and the cats eating the food and, running around the houses and doing that kind of stuff. I might look into getting a couple smaller lights later on, one for each end, so you can see up on the wall a little better, because they like to come down that wall and they come in and out. So, but that end's not really lit up too well, and the other end isn't lit up too well. That light basically shines right down on the table where the water, tub is, and the 2 food trays. So it works perfectly. But I don't know. We'll see. But I hope you guys liked that footage. I just came up with that idea the other night. It was a few days ago. I was like, I wonder if I put a light out there, if I could film them at night. And it kind of worked out. So, all right, that's the news on that. What other news? Oh, Okay, so I put out a video saying that I'd come up with an idea to help cats building shelters, and I set up a second Amazon list, wish list for items to build the shelters, the tubs, a 6.5 inch saw thing. Well, somebody came through and got me a bunch of that stuff, so I have enough to build 4 tubs, 4 shelters. And those shelters are, when they get here, I think they get here between the 11th and the 12th, either day. Not sure yet. But I've got everything else to do them already. It's just the tubs haven't shown up. So when those tubs get here, I am going to bang them out. I'll probably do a video on it to show you guys how, I build the shelters. And then those 4 shelters are going to go to the colony with all the young ginger cats and with Magus and Scottish and Golden Boy and Breezy. Who else is over there? Cinnamon, Jasper, Casper, Willow, Bindi, Pepper, all those cats. At the 2 houses that I go back and forth with, that's my first 2 stops, and then I have a 3rd stop on the street behind us. So at that first stop, the second house, I know the guy that lives there. He puts food and water out for the cats. He actually allowed me to put one of my tubs in his yard. He keeps it full of water, so I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to, drag the wagon with a whole bunch of water anymore up and down the streets at night. It's just getting too much with my lungs. So he really did me a big favor by doing that. The people behind us also are filling a tub, so it kind of took a lot of pressure off me. I think I'm going to sneeze, so I apologize if I do. But those shelters are going to go to his house. He's already agreed to put them in his yard to give these cats some, a dry place to get out of the weather. They will be insulated, so it'll be a little warmer than sleeping under a car. So that's good news. I'm also going to give him the 2 cat trees that are in our open feral cat catio. We have some shelving units coming that will have cat beds and these like flat mats for the cats to lay on that I can put heat pads underneath on the shelves. So we're going to have a bunch of different stuff in there for him. It's going to be all set up. And those old cat trees I'm going to give to him, and he puts them out under his eaves on his house so the cats have places to sit. He's a really great guy. He really cares about the cats. He's out there every night, usually around 10 o'clock, filling up a couple big bowls of dry food. He's got a couple big bowls of his own water, plus my tub on the side of his house. So I thought I would really, try and help him out with the first batch of shelters going there. I may do a few more in the future. If I get more supplies to do them, I'll do more, and we'll put them there. But I also have to go talk to the neighbor that lives a couple houses down. Not the 2-story house with the people that hate me. They absolutely hate me. I got screamed at again the other night. I'm always getting screamed at in Spanish, so I have no idea what they're saying. But the house that's right next to the 2-story house, they're really good people. And the younger guy that lives there, I think he lives with his parents. He actually subscribes to the channel. So I'm going to go talk to them and see if I can put a couple shelters in their yard. I'm also going to talk to the people on the street behind us that, that have the 2 tabbies, the 3 or 4 tuxedos, including Betty, Sunny, Mac, the Calico Cat. It's kind of the area that little Sammy, the Siamese, 13's kitten, was hanging out with. So, I'm going to talk to them and see if they'll let me put a few in their yard. And of course, I'll go back down to the original colony and I'll talk to Jody and I'll see if she wants a few more shelters for the side of her house, because there's still a lot of cats around there. And we'll try, and I know there's another guy, the guy that Ollie goes back and forth with from Jody's house to this other guy that lives at the end of the street. Sorry. He has Ollie staying at his house a lot. Ollie goes back and forth between Jody's and his. But he has another little tabby cat and a long-haired black cat that used to be part of a bigger group. That's when Ollie's sibling, his identical sibling, was alive. There was a big fluffy white cat that passed away since then. That's where Bubs was, and Junior. They were all down at this other guy's house. So there was about 6 or 7 of them. So I'm going to see if he wants a few shelters. That would be good, because I know he feeds the cats every night. The side of his door is open. I think it goes into his kitchen, and you see him bring out the bowl of food and fill up the water. And he knows the cats' names. Like, he knows Oliver is Oliver. Like, he knows Jody. So it's pretty cool. But I'm going to see if he wants a couple shelters. I know he has an old little cat tree in that little alley by his kitchen. You can see it from the street. And I see Ollie sitting in it, and the little tabby sitting in it sometimes. But we'll see if he wants a couple shelters, and just try and make whatever little difference I can for these guys. So, but that is all thanks to you guys. So I want to express our absolute gratitude and our total thankfulness for you guys, because we wouldn't be doing any of this without you guys. So, we'd be feeding a little bit here and there, putting a little food out on the back table like we used to for the cats. But because of our subscribers, because of you guys, we've been able to expand and do all kinds of stuff for these guys. So thank you guys so much. I can never tell you guys how much I appreciate you. So, okay, I think that's it. Everybody here is asleep. Jackie is across town, dog sitting again, house sitting. She'll be back later tonight, though. But all the cats in here are asleep. So I thought I'd make a video for you guys. I thought I'd, take the time to talk to you guys again. I like doing that every once in a while, making one of these videos. But just want you guys to know how much we appreciate you. So thank you to each and every one of you. All right, I think that's going to be it for this video. I'm trying to brainstorm real quick. I've got to go do a breathing treatment, so that's why I'm trying to wrap it up. But I will keep you guys posted on everything. I'll keep you posted on Griswold. I will do some updates on Tom. We will keep the adopter, the subscriber who adopted him, anonymous. We're not going to share that information. But we will do some updates, and if we get some pictures of just him, I'll post them up on YouTube, and you guys can, see him, see how he's doing. And we will keep you guys posted on little Sammy. So, and the cats out there. We'll keep you guys updated on all them, how they're all doing. I might as well share that. So this morning while I was out there, little Yuki went on top of Mad Catterville, and the end pergola, there are 2 pergolas out there with the tables underneath them. The end one is about, I don't know, probably, I think it's probably longer than that. It's probably about a 3-foot jump from Mad Catterville to our roof. And this morning Yuki went out there and went up on top of Mad Catterville, and she was getting ready to jump to the roof, and because it's made of metal, it's very slick. She jumped off and missed the roof and hit the wall, hit the ground, and went running. She's fine. She's not limping. I followed her around for about 40 minutes to make sure she was okay. She limped for about 3 or 4 minutes, so just a slight little limp, and then it was gone. But it scared the crap out of me. So today I went out there, and we have a box in the garage of these big, I think they're 12 or 14 inch by 14 or 12, whatever, of carpet things with adhesive on the back. You peel the sticker off and you can cut them up into strips. So I went today and I took some of that carpet and I cut strips up and I put it all along the edges of Mad Catterville, along the top. So now there's some traction up there, so if they try and jump to the roof, they won't slip anymore. But that was pretty I don't know, that was pretty bad this morning. I felt so bad for her. It was only probably, I don't know, a 6-foot fall. But still, I mean, cats can break their legs. Bad stuff can happen. So hopefully this carpet up there on the roof of Mad Catterville puts some traction up there. So if they're going to be doing that, because we can't stop them from doing it. So, but anyway, all right, guys, that's it. That's all I've got. I got to go do a breathing treatment. Thank you guys for being there. I will see you guys in the next video. And as always, do something kind for cats. Thanks for being there.